everybody, welcome back to the Dash of Élan. Got another video for you. This is a little bit different, a little bit special actually. Some of you might have known that I do have another channel. It's called the GM's Alcove, and it's everything about adventure type gaming as opposed to wargaming, which the Dash of Élan is all about. On it you could find everything from role-playing games, card games, board games, PC games, anything to do with adventure gaming, whether it's fantasy, sci-fi, horror, and so on. I post my game sessions there for role-playing games, all kinds of good stuff. It's also my spot where I do a lot of creative writing, whether it's poetry, fiction, nonfiction. I also put that on there. I am a creative sort of fellow. So here's the most recent update from that channel, and check it out and see what I've been up to and what you guys can expect. And if you're interested in that sort of thing, go ahead and give me a subscribe and follow along on this little journey of mine. So let's sit back and check this out, the most recent update on the GM's Alcove. Hope you enjoy. How you doing, folks? Welcome to the GM's Alcove. I'm GM Fritz. This is my monthly update of what I've been doing in the last 30 days regarding the channel. Doing quite a bit. Got a D&D campaign going on set in Midgard. I'm going to show you some of the details of that campaign and what's going on. I'm also going to show you some of the board games I've been messing about with, card games like Lord of the Rings. I've also been doing a lot of PC gaming as well. Some of the new games that came out on sale on Steam over the Thanksgiving holidays here in the States. I picked up a whole bunch of them and I'm checking them out, and you're going to see some of that in the channel as well. Let's jump right into the update, show you what I've been up to and what you guys can look forward to in the coming weeks. Of course, role-playing games are the mainstay of the GM's Alcove. That and writing and being creative, which I intend to have videos on as well. But D&D is one of my favorites because it's so easy to get into, it's so easy to handle and take your players on a wonderful adventure. Pathfinder, however, is one of my all-time favorites. It's basically D&D 3.5 or 3.75 if it's known. But I do love Pathfinder, and I expect to get a lot of videos in on Pathfinder, including the playtest. Now, I'm not really doing the playtest myself at the moment. I'm focusing more on D&D and other games, but I do have the playtest material, and I'll hope to get some videos up on that playtest stuff. But D&D currently is the mainstay. I have several video series I'm planning, including a newbie series made specifically for new players to role-playing and specifically D&D and how to get into it. So look forward to that. Midgard, of course, is my current campaign with D&D, and I intend to do a lot of videos on Midgard. I do love it, called the Midgard Chronicles. So I hope you guys look forward to that as well. And of course, I've been pretty busy the past few months running a D&D campaign set in Midgard by Kobold Press. I love Midgard. Hope to put up some videos all about the Midgard setting, as well as D&D. In fact, I have a starter series on D&D. More on that in the future. But primarily, I want to get up some game sessions that you guys can watch and enjoy, one-shots as well as campaigns, Pathfinder, D&D, 5th edition, as well as Call of Cthulhu, Starfinder perhaps, and plenty of more. And I'm going to show you guys how you can hook up with us and join in our game sessions here in the GM's Alcove. So stay tuned for that, my friends. It promises to be a really good time. Plenty of role-playing planned. Of course, one thing I'm a big fan of course, is miniatures in my games. And here you can see some fine Reaper and Citadel miniatures. And I've got a bunch of projects lined up for painting, as well as crafting some terrain for you guys. And I'm going to be videoing that in a project vlog, which you can see on the channel. Of course, here's some of those Dwarven Forge caverns, and I love them to death. Of course, here's some of the Reaper bones, which are fantastic figures that I recently got. And I'm going to get these guys paint it all up for my games as well, and you guys are going to watch along as I make progress on these. Of course, there's one of the Metal Reapers on the right. Fantastic figures. I really like them. And these are specifically from the Pathfinder range. Pathfinder, of course, I'm a big fan of. But yeah, I'm going to be painting up these guys in a special project vlog. And it's going to include crafting terrain and such things. And as far as the terrain, I'm talking about things you'd see inside of a cavern or inside a dungeon. Really makes the games, your role-playing games, fantastic. So stay tuned for that. Something else I really enjoy is card games, especially those by Fantasy Flight Games. And not just card games, of course, board games, and I'll be featuring those on the channel. In this case, Lord of the Rings is one of my all-time favorites. This game is fantastic. If you haven't tried it out, I highly recommend it. It's full of narrative. It follows the story, as well as has its own stories that may or may not have taken place in the world of the Lord of the Rings. And here's some of the components. I've been playing quite a bit of it, so I hope to get up some gameplays, maybe some reviews. We'll see how far I go with that, but there'll definitely be some Lord of the Rings on the channel. And I also bought some of the supplements as well, and here's one right here that I just recently bought. But again, it won't be just Lord of the Rings. There'll be lots of other fun, adventure-oriented board games and card games. Elder Sign, of course, is a dice game, which I also love to play. And of course, my favorite of all time, probably Arkham Horror. I hope to get some videos of that. So that's more good stuff you can expect to see on the channel in the coming months. Of course, I'm a big fan of PC gaming, adventure gaming or otherwise. It's good fun, and I hope to put up some videos of replays of some of the games I've been playing recently. In this case, Left 4 Dead 2, an all-time favorite of mine. I absolutely love this game. Great apocalyptic fun, just blasting away zombies. So stay tuned for that. Also, Pathfinder Kingmaker, which just recently came out on Steam, is another really good fun game. I mean, it's set in Pathfinder's universe. In fact, it's based around the Pathfinder Kingmaker adventure path, so there's a lot of similarities there. And this is close to a pen and paper role-playing game I've come across for the PC, and it's absolutely good fun. So stay tuned for videos on that as well. It is good fun, and I do highly recommend it as well. If you're curious how the game plays, I hope to show that off. And also, Vermintide 2, Warhammer Vermintide 2 is another great game. Now, this is just like Left 4 Dead 2, actually, so another reason I love it. But instead of zombies, you're fighting Skaven and Chaos in the old world set in Warhammer's universe. And again, this is good fun, good multiplayer action. With a lot of narrative to the game as well. Great stories. So stay tuned for that, my friends. A lot of PC games going on. So there you go, folks. That's my update for December, what I've been doing in the last 30 days. I've been doing quite a bit, as you can see. There's a lot to look forward to, and I hope to get these monthly updates out on a regular basis for you guys as well. I do have a lot going on. I've got a lot of the miniature stuff going on. I'm really looking forward to vlogging about my various projects using miniatures and role-playing games. I love those Dwarven Forge caverns and stuff like you saw in the video. And I plan to do a lot of terrain extras to really enhance the visuals of my game sessions, both for online games as well as face-to-face at the table games. I'm going to hope to show you guys some of that. I got all kinds of stuff planned for the channel, folks. I hope you enjoyed the update. There's going to be lots more coming. As always, leave me comments, feedback. Tell me what you think, what you're excited to see on the channel. Any suggestions? That would be great. Like, share, subscribe, and hang in there, folks. It's only going to get better. Take care.